Good morning. So I wanted to jump on really quick because I've actually been going through and experiencing a ton of mixed feelings, mixed emotions, happy thoughts, not so happy thoughts over the last, month and a half. Most of you know, as I'm sure, I left my job well over a month ago, and I knew going into it, it would have some, um, effects on me. I just didn't know to what extent those would be. I knew it would have been, some type of effect on me because I I love to work. I love getting dressed up in the morning. I love getting in and doing, my very best. Anyways, I thrive on it. So I knew it was going to be a little bit of a challenge coming home and making that major shift. So fast forward, this last week has really opened my eyes to so much. Um, Things that I just didn't even realize were there. You know, it's actually quite surprising. I have never really been alone with my thoughts. If I think about it and looking back, I have literally, since I could remember, just always have piled on one thing after another, after another, after another. I mean, even in my younger years, I've always jam packed my time because I just love it. I love being busy. I love keeping busy. I love being involved in, having tasks and goals. So I like to be busy. But I didn't realize that it was like a defense mechanism for me. It was something that I thought like fueled me and it was embedded in me. It was part of me. But, you know, this past week made me realize that it really has nothing to do with that. Now, granted, I love working and I love being busy and I love, having that chaos. I do. However, I realized it's all a defense mechanism because, there were so many things or are so many things that I don't deal with within myself. And I came to realization that, if I were to add on and jam pack my time and keep busy, that I wouldn't have to face. And subconsciously, I was just creating that so that I didn't have to face reality. Now, nobody likes to face the truth. We want to just go around it. We don't, and when the truth is there, we don't know what to do, right? Nobody wants to hear the truth because it's offensive, makes you feel vulnerable, and all other kinds of things. But here's the thing. Over the last week, I've had so much truth. It's unbelievable within myself. And it has been a hellish week. I usually, these actual things that I've been going through this past week have always been there. Here's the thing. I've always just sugarcoated it. People would ask me how I am, how things are going, what are you up to? And I would always say, oh, life is amazing. Life is so good. Couldn't get any better. But I realized that life can always get better and things are good. Things are great. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I live in a beautiful home. I have an amazing guy. I have super great children who are healthy. I have an amazing family. I have, amazing support. We get to do another day at life. But what I was doing was, I was saying everything was amazing, but really deep down inside, I wasn't good. I didn't feel good. I was hiding the truth of everything that I've ever gone through. And just to put it into perspective so that you guys know what I'm talking about, because right now I'm probably just sounding like I'm rambling, but for instance, me leaving my job was really hard for me. And a lot of people look at me crazy because why would it be hard for a woman to leave their career to come home with their children? And now I love my children. I love them more than anything on this planet. And I know anybody that knows me knows that. So I don't even need to go there. However, have a lot of needs that I also need to meet also. And one of them was my career. I thrive on, getting up in the morning, getting dressed up, putting my heels on, walking in the office, having that. I felt power. I felt needed. And to bring the whole needed point up, that's where I'm going with this. So all these years I thought it was just work. I need to have an 8 to 5. I need to be in the corporate world. I need to be behind a desk. I need to be interacting with people. All this time I thought it was just embedded in me that I needed to have this job. But the truth of the matter is it had nothing to do with the 8 to 5 or the corporate world or any of that. It has all to do with, and I realized this week, has all to do with affirmation and feeling needed and wanted. Now here's the thing. People are probably like, what? Because if you were to ask people that I know to describe me, my guess is they're going to describe me as strong and confident and driven. The strong and the confident, I'm far from that. I can be strong and I can be confident when it's needed. And I sure in the hell will go out fighting to be strong and confident because I feel like those two things are so, so crucial in everyday life, whether you're a man or a woman. But people would describe me as that. And here's the thing. I'm not strong. I'm not confident. I can be, but I'm not. I lack that so much, but I think that I sugarcoat it with life is amazing and life is so good. And my pictures on Facebook and Instagram all just perceive that, everything is just so cookie cutter perfect, but it's not. And no life is, right? So I came to realization that all of these things that I've had throughout my whole entire life, I've literally covered with busyness, with things to do, and I never really have sat with my thoughts. And this week I have, and it's been really nasty, and I have hated it, and I felt vulnerable, and I felt so uncomfortable. I'm a needy person. I've realized I've known that, but I realized that all my struggles in my life all stem from me, and everybody knows that, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're not happy, you can't make other people happy. If you're not healthy, then it's hard to create healthiness for other people. So I know that it comes down to me, but I am now in a place where I want to change that, right? So I before was expecting everything around me to make me happy. My job, my relationship with Chris, I've completely failed at realizing that struggle. I've spent the last years demanding all this attention and demanding all this happiness from him, and my job. I expect that my job is to make me happy, but you shouldn't put that pressure on anybody. And I'm realizing that it's really uncomfortable for me because it's easy to pawn your crap off on other people and blame it on other people. I'm not happy because, you did this today, or you didn't do this, or I'm not happy in my job because, this happened. Like, it's so easy to do that, and we all do that. But I'm tired of doing that, and it's really been a very trying week for me, but I'm so excited that I've realized, the reality. I'm excited to make that change because it all lies within yourself. And, I've been just struggling for years, and I just didn't even realize it because I hid it. And, this opportunity to come home was one of the best things I could have ever gone through. It took me 4 weeks to understand that. Not just because, I get to have my children, because it's literally there's nothing better. I get to wake up and I get to play. I get to go and do fun things. I get to make their lunches. I get to snuggle them. There's nothing better than that. But I realized that I'm so grateful for this opportunity, as hard as it was at first, because now I'm realizing that I have work to do on myself. I've never taken time for myself. I just do for others. I am a giving person. I just don't do for myself. And I have work to do, and I'm so excited to do me. And in doing me, it is going to bring so much clarity and so much happiness to every aspect of my life, my relationship, my children, my family, my friends, and most importantly, it is going to open up a whole new me, and I'm going to be able to fix some things that have been needed to fix for a long time. So I wanted to jump on and just kind of share with you guys where I'm at, where it's been. I haven't been posting much. I haven't been, doing the whole social media thing very often. Heck, I haven't even been super engaged with my family, my home life. It's been a hellish time. And if anybody knows us, knows that about it, right? So yes, I'm very excited. So anyways, I just wanted to jump on. Thanks so much. Yes.